giving birth videos on YouTube or women who share their experiences of childbirth and all. But not many people really talk about.
Yeah, that's true. Like I was reading some book on, I think, intimacy after kids.
Okay.
Like maintaining it.
I think so many women face that. Whether you gain a lot of weight or not, that thing is always there in our minds.
To be honest, I had forgotten about it, that I had to go for a 6-week checkup.
Okay.
I think it had been like 12 weeks or something, and then
Let's just use the word having sex with your partner.
not everything starts in the bedroom, you know, like even like if you talk about foreplay, it can just be in the laundry room, you know, you're helping each other. Welcome to the Modern Sakhi podcast. We are your hosts, Neha and Sunaina, and today's topic is something I think which we are always, oh, hi, ye kya bol rahi hai? But it's a very important topic that we should be talking about because after all, it's one of the key topics which helps you build a relationship with your husband for a long time.
Oftentimes, this topic is just brushed under the rug because, as Sunaina mentioned, it's like, हाँ ये कैसे बात कर सकता है, especially when we have our family living around us. This topic takes a back seat, and from your emotional changes, physical changes, so many things go on in your body, in your life once you become a parent. And that's why we want to talk about this very important topic, which is intimacy after kids. But before we start, if you're finding our podcast helpful, please do subscribe and share it with your friends and family and leave us a review, because your review, your feedback helps us bring out more informative and fun, entertaining episodes for you.
Yes, definitely. So Neha, I want to know, like, especially for me, after I became a mom, my husband and I, we were technically roommates, you know, taking care of a baby. So do you think you guys were also in that roommate phase after becoming parents?
Yes, for sure. I think because especially as a first time parent or first time mom, you don't know what to expect, no matter how many books you read or videos you watch. But when it actually happens, your priority suddenly shifts from your spouse to your baby, which naturally, yes, it's supposed to happen because it's like a newborn child that you brought into the world. But definitely that roommate situation, I think, happens a lot. It's pretty common. It's more common than we know.
Yeah, that's true. Like I was reading some book on, I think, intimacy after kids.
Okay.
Like maintaining intimacy, and that's where they said that, you know, it's very common for every couple to go through that phase of, you know, roommates. But it is very important to come out of it also, and there are a lot of methods by which you can do that, like, you know, communication and all, which we're going to discuss in today's episode, right? So I think let's start with the 6-week mark.
Oh, yeah, which is such a scam. I feel it's not at all a real representation of what it should look like. Whether it's your postpartum recovery or whether it's getting back to your intimacy, or let's just use the word having sex with your partner, it differs from person to person. So would you like to share how did you feel after the 6 weeks?
To be honest, I had forgotten about it, that I had to go for a 6-week checkup.
Okay.
I think it had been like 12 weeks or something, and then somebody reminded me that, you know, did you visit the physician? And I'm like, no, I have not. Because I think, like, after you give birth, like, first of all, you start feeling very ugly.
Yeah.
You know, about like the whole feeling of your own body. Like when you look at yourself, you're always in a tight bun.
Yeah.
You're wearing this loose t-shirt. You're constantly feeding your baby. You have like throw ups all over, and like, so you don't feel like yourself anymore in those first few weeks or months, I feel, right?
Yeah.
And technically speaking, I think like scientifically it's proven it takes around 2 years for a woman to actually feel what she used to feel, you know, before giving birth to a child. So I think in my case also, I like the 6-week thing was definitely not there. And then once I went for a checkup, the doctor said that, you know, everything looks okay, and, you know, you're good to work out, you're good to have sex. But I did not feel it like even though, okay, I knew like my tear was not that much, so I recovered quickly in those terms. But I was scared. I was petrified. Even the thought of, you know, like if I put it in a very like
graphic way,
like intercourse, I was not I was not ready.
Yeah, same. And no matter you know, before you have your baby, when you are pregnant, you watch so many of these videos of like how to take care of a child, or even like I personally watched so many of these giving birth videos on YouTube, or women who share their experiences of childbirth and all. But not many people really talk about having sex the first time after you give birth. uh, Whether it's your physical comfort, your emotional, mental comfort. And like you said, so many things change in our body. Body image issue is a big thing in women. Whether you gain a lot of weight or you don't, your body will still change. You will still have some stretch marks here or there. You'll still have some loose skin. You'll still have, like, your body, the whole body will change, because physiologically, if you look, when you're growing a baby, your organs are all shifting inside your body. You're like, your body frame, your structure changes, and that causes so many of these image issues that women have. Talking about myself, I used to be a very lean girl all my life. My weight had been the same since I had become an adult, until I got pregnant. And I never really consciously worked out. I used to be active, but I was not very conscious about it, but I could maintain that. And suddenly, when I was pregnant, I gained, believe it or not, I gained 30 kgs, which is crazy for a person who has always been fit all her life. And I used to dance a lot. I used to work out. I used to be physically active, but that 30 kg weight gain was shocking. And it was not because I used to eat a lot. Maybe it was just, every person is different. I've seen so many people who eat a lot during pregnancy and hardly gain 5 to 6 kgs, which I don't, I'm like, you're blessed.
I think 12 kgs.
Yeah, 12, yeah, that's the ideal. Yeah. But 30 kgs, and I was stressing, as I, every 2 weeks when I used to check my weight, it was increasing. But then obviously उस टाइम पे लगता था कि यार ठीक है, कर लेंगे बाद में. Right now, my health and my baby's health is more important, and I know I'm not eating any junk food or any crap, so it's okay. But that recovery, that body image issue that you face after postpartum, when you're in the postpartum phase, that's really, that pulls you down. And when it comes to intimacy, because my husband knows how I was before I had my baby, and then even though he was not the person who ever complained about it, but I did not feel confident. And I think so many women face that. Whether you gain a lot of weight or not, that thing is always there in our minds.
100% that's there. And like, I feel, like because of that, and sometimes you're like, you're constantly feeding your kid, or you're like changing diapers and you're in sweat, you've not showered. That when your husband is even like trying to, like maintain, come close,
Yeah.
you just feel so irritable because you're so touched out, right? I didn't
Yeah.
even know the concept of being touched out, before I had a child. And that feeling is totally different. Like, even if my husband wanted to hug me, like, just as you're doing okay, I used to be like, yeah, you just take care of the baby, mujhe abhi akele rehna hai, thodi der ke liye. So that feeling, our husbands would understand, I feel, only for like some time. Like, uske baad unko bhi kitna hi samajh mein aayega. They'll be like, we are trying our best, but something is not okay, So I think that's where I feel ki I should have communicated better. Because I remember there was this time where my husband was like, I hope everything is okay. And he even asked me, are you still attracted to me? Because
Oh, yes.
right, because after after some time they start taking it on themselves that is there something wrong that I am doing,
Yeah.
So agar like mujhe pata hota ki I'm going to be feeling that way, or I like then I would have like communicated better that
Yeah.
this is what I'm going through. And right now, even like small gestures are more intimate for me than just like
Yeah.
the
It doesn't always
goal.
Yeah, exactly. So most people confuse intimacy. They think that intimacy, or like being close to your partner, means you have to have sex, which is not always true. Like, obviously, when you're mentally, emotionally not feeling it, you cannot do it. It would just be so forced, and nobody wants that, right? Even your partner won't appreciate it. So small gestures, like you said, like holding hands or just sitting close to each other, hugging, like times when you don't feel touched out, you can do those things. Or small, just helping each other out with small tasks also. Like just for example, my husband used to make tea for me in the morning because he knew that that would like make me happy. Like, you know, thoda subah subah when you're so sleep deprived after feeding your child throughout the night, that one cup of tea when someone serves you hot, you feel that love, that connection. So those small things, I think people should continue doing that, whether it's a husband wife, दोनों तरफ से वो चीज़ होनी चाहिए. And I think that is what will help keep that spark alive. And then of course you can start getting physical when you both feel you're in the right mindset to do that.
Yeah, like you said it so correctly, because you know at that time any which way you feel neglected because you're like ab sab to baby ko dekh rahe, nobody's bothered about me. Because before having a baby it's all about अच्छे से खाओ, अच्छे से रहो, ज़्यादा तेज मत चलो, don't jump. You know, like everybody's so cautious about you. And suddenly once the baby is out, it's all about the baby. So you are any which way feeling neglected. So if the husband is, you know, not doing those small, you know, acts of love for you, then you feel even more neglected, I feel, you know. So for the husbands out there, I feel, you know, if you continue doing that, so that will, I think, keep that spark alive and keep the relationship, you know, stronger. Otherwise, I feel like you keep growing apart every day.
And so many people just give up because वो थोड़ा थोड़ा distance होता रहता है ना. Every few months you feel कि अरे पहले तो चाय बनाता था, अब उसने वो भी करना छोड़ दिया है. You feel bad, but then you accept कि okay, this is my new reality. Like it's okay. Like now baby is important. बेबी के लिए सब कुछ हम करेंगे. शॉपिंग भी जाते हैं तो पहले हम बच्चों की चीज़ें लेते हैं. वी फॉरगेट हाउ टू टेक केयर ऑफ आवर सेल्व्स, एंड इन द प्रोसेस ऑफ दैट वी फॉरगेट टू टेक केयर ऑफ ईच अदर एज अ कपल, which we used to do all the time. Imagine all the late night long conversations we used to have with our partners. They haven't gone through that physical process of giving birth, so they don't know what changed. But you have gone through that, so you need to communicate that with your partner. And as long as he knows what to expect, he will support you. Hopefully, most men will support if they know what to do. क्योंकि कभी-कभी मुझे लगता है कि लड़कों को पता ही नहीं होता है कैसे क्या करना है. लाइक यू नो मेंटली हाउ कैन दे सपोर्ट बिकॉज दे हैव नॉट फिजिकली गॉन थ्रू दैट. They feel helpless. But if you can communicate and tell them, like in my case, I need to tell my husband very clear instructions, then he will know what to
most men, I think.
Yeah, I think that's how they are wired. So we have to help them. And even if you can't do all the activities that you used to do, like, you know, just step out of the house anytime you wanted, go on any spontaneous trips and all, at least plan. You know, when you sit and plan with your spouse कि अच्छा हम एक महीने बाद if you can take a leave, we'll go here and do this, they feel कि okay, you're still interested in doing those things with them. And उससे ही intimacy बढ़ती है. I feel intimacy is not something that happens in the bedroom. It starts way before that. You have to kind of prep, especially for women, I feel. It's not like you just go and you have sex and it's done.
Yeah, that's what I was listening to this podcast where like there's this sex therapist and she was saying, you know, like not everything starts in the bedroom, you know, like even like if you talk about foreplay, it can just be in the laundry room, you know, you're helping each other take out the laundry from the washing machine to the dryer, and you're just looking at each other and just having that small moment of, you know, love, that oh wow, you know, this is what, how far we've come, you're doing the laundry together, and that act of love is like that, you just feel that so it's so heartwarming, right? So it's not always about physically you know getting involved, but like those small moments also matter.
Yeah, for sure. So taking care of yourself, taking care of each other, sometimes just giving small compliments to each other. Sometimes when my husband would leave for office, he would have to obviously dress up and go, and I would be in my loose clothes like you mentioned. I would still give him that compliment, you know, तो शायद उसको लगे कि, you know, it as maybe physically we are not that intimate, but it's not like she's not attracted to me anymore.
That love hasn't gone.
Yeah, that love hasn't gone just because you have a baby now.
True. So Neha, I wanted to ask you, because you have 2 kids. So how was it the second time, like, you know, maintaining that intimacy with your partner?
It was much easier than the first time, because first time I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know my body would change so much. Mentally, I would feel so different. Second time, I was much more prepared. I knew कि ये सब होने वाला है. My husband also knew कि ऐसा होगा. वो 6-week mark, it was not really 6 weeks for us. It was more like maybe around 8 weeks. अभी मुझे exact date याद नहीं है. But definitely not 6 weeks because I also had a toddler and a newborn to take care of. So
right, because then you
Yeah.
have an added responsibility, so then you
Yeah.
have more stuff to do, like more time to take out, like especially for your partner then.
Yeah. But because we were a little bit more prepared this time, we had experienced raising a child before, तो वो थोड़ा पता था कि कैसे divide करनी है responsibilities, and that's also very important if you want to have that intimacy continued even after kids. It's important to divide that work between the partners because a lot of guys, a lot of men do not get involved with their children. The woman takes on all the load, दुनिया भर का load, and then the man expects कि ओ चलो अभी बहुत time हो गया है, and then he wants to come close to you. But the woman, like, why would she feel attracted if you're not helping out, if you're not, like, being there to emotionally and mentally support her? She won't feel attracted. For women, I think that's the thing they need. That's a fuel for them to feel physically attracted to you. Like, I feel more attracted to my husband when he does chores around the house.
Same. That's so true.
So when my husband did that the second time around, he took care of the toddler, my older one, and I was more with my newborn. That way we divided the tasks and we knew what to expect. So the intimacy was, we got back to each other the way we were much faster this time around.
And this time probably you might not even, like, did you face like body image issues this time around?
Yeah, so I also gained this time, a second time I gained around 25 kgs again. So I had gone down from 30 to, like, I don't know, I'd lost 20 kgs and then I got pregnant again because I had back-to-back kids. So before I could, like you said, 2 saal hue bhi nahi the for me to recover, and I had my second baby. So again, like, the body image issue has always stayed because if I were a bigger person all my life, maybe itna nahi feel hota. But because I was not, to see this new change in me was very hard to accept. So I'm getting better now for sure, but it's always been there since I had my kids. But that never stopped my husband from not feeling attracted to me. But वो मेरे
That's in
अंदर
our
था.
head.
हाँ, वो मेरे अंदर था. Doesn't mean that I had given up on my body or my health. Obviously, I'm, like, working on it to make sure that I'm active and healthy and working out and all. But फिर भी वो थोड़ा बहुत रहता है. Like, no matter how much mommy pooch you lose, you will still have a little bit of loose skin. पहले जो एकदम flat tummy था वो अभी नहीं है. So yeah, those things will be there. But yeah, I think that should not stop anyone from
Not feeling loved.
not feeling loved, exactly. But one thing I feel that because in our case it was just me and my husband, right? But you've always lived with your in-laws. Even before you had your child, you were with your in-laws for 4-5 years. So how did you find that time, especially after your child, with your in-laws around, to make sure that intimacy is maintained?
To be very honest, I think I was in the roommate phase even before having a child. When I first came to Canada, I think we'll share about, like, we should have a topic about, arrange and love marriage and, like,
very interesting.
So that time also I felt कि हम लोग roommates हैं, because that, वो जो एक physical need होती है, the first year of marriage and second year of marriage, वो if you're with your in-laws, it's not the same.
Yeah.
Right? So anyway, so that was always there. So we were always prepared for it. And but after having a baby, it kind of doubled, I feel, because now you're, like, sharing the baby with so many people in the house, right? So, and then of course, because you are feeding the child, so maybe your mom-in-law is going to be with you, or maybe your mother, if she's around, she's going to be with you. So the husband is any which way not getting a lot of time with you.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So, like, even when you're watching TV, probably, like, everybody is watching together, है ना? तो वो नहीं होता है कि मतलब आप साथ में बैठ के कुछ चीकू कर रहे हो and all that. like, of course we can sit together, that's a different thing,
But there is a boundary.
yeah,
that
and
you-
I think you should maintain it.
Yes,
like,
for sure.
yes, but you know, that's where I think in-laws should also, you know, that unka role बहुत important है, because if they don't push you to go out as a couple, if they expect कि अभी तो baby बहुत छोटा है, तुम कहाँ जा रही हो, let him go and meet his friends, you take care of the baby, how will we handle the kid without you, वो चीज I think वो in-laws जब तक आपको नहीं बोलेंगे ना ये बात, you will also not take that step, you know, because you'll be like, how do I even leave my child with someone who is not confident?
Yeah.
Right? If
Oh, yeah.
if the in-laws are not confident in like helping you out with your relationship with their own son, then even you are not going to be confident, right?
Yeah.
So I think that way that helped me, because my mom-in-law knew that, you know, like it's important for us to have our own time. वो बात अलग है कि हम नहीं गए ज़्यादा date nights पे, even though we had help. वो अब आज तक भी नहीं जाते हैं, I think. So that is one thing we have to really work on.
Yeah.
But yes, I feel in-laws should have that concept of, you know, just letting your son be with their wife after having the kid, you know. They should not be feeling कि अब ये माँ बन गई, अब तुम बच्चे को देखो, अब तुम, you know.
जो कि मोस्ट इन लॉज अनफॉर्चुनेटली इंडियन इन लॉज या इंडिया में होता ही है कि दे फील कि अब तो मॉम की पूरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, बिकॉज देव प्रॉब्ली डन द सेम थिंग व्हेन दे बिकेम मॉम फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम. But it's good that your in-laws or your mom-in-law encouraged you guys to go out and all. But you should definitely work on your date night. One more thing I wanted to talk about was setting boundaries with your children. This is, of course, not possible when you have a newborn because they're just a newborn. But when they become toddlers or older, I think जो हमने रूटीन वाली बात की थी in the previous or the second episode, that's very important to help maintain that intimacy, because if the child is like awake the whole time, interfering with what you do all the time, and dependent on you for every small thing, you're definitely not going to find that time. And by the time your child sleeps, let's say the child sleeps late 11-12 बजे, तब तक तो आप खुद थक के सो जाओगे, तो फिर कहाँ की इंटीमेसी कब होगा कुछ. सो दैट रूटीन इज इम्पॉर्टेंट, सो दैट वे यू नो कि 8 बजे बेड टाइम है, उसके बाद यू हैव 3 hours बिफोर बेड. नाउ दिस इज योर टाइम, पर्सनल टाइम फॉर योर सेल्फ और विथ योर पार्टनर. And that way you can schedule that intimacy, even though it might sound very unromantic and not very filmy जैसे हम देखते हैं.
No, but that, I feel that's the truth of life. I was discussing the same thing with another friend,
It's very
and
practical.
this is how you have to be after a few years, because once your child starts going to school, you know ki, you know, this is the routine for the whole week. So then you need to schedule these, you know, events for you to feel, you know, loved by your husband, or like vice versa.
People who don't even have kids, I've seen them, like not physically seen them, but I've heard they schedule time for all these things, because maybe they're too busy in their own jobs, maybe they are working 8-10 hours away from each other, so they need to schedule that time. Otherwise that will just be thrown under the rug, it'll just take a back seat, and once it starts taking a back seat, धीरे धीरे करके it will keep on going back and back and back, and that roommate phase will continue for the rest of your life. And then when your kids grow up and leave, you'll be left all alone. You won't know whom to depend on emotionally because your husband has drifted apart. So
True, actually.
maintaining that friendship or that bond, that connection with your spouse, I think prioritizing your bond you had as a couple is very important. It also teaches your kids that, you know, it's important to prioritize the person you have in your life.
That's such a beautiful thing that you said, and something that I really need to work on, because I'm like always around my kid, her schedule, her.
Yeah, which is okay. I think as a first time mom, it happens. It happened with me also. But once you realize that, I think it's good to work on that.
True, very true.
But one thing that's a big taboo even today, although it's getting better, is getting help, external help when it comes to your relationship, especially when it comes to the intimate part of your relationship, because we feel ऐसी बात हम किसी और से कैसे कर सकते हैं. So what do you think about that, like getting help, seeking therapy?
I'm definitely in for it, but I remember the first time my husband, you know, mentioned this, and he's like, you know, I think we should see a, you know, counselor, like a therapist. I was like, what are you even saying? Like, सब कुछ तो ठीक है. मतलब, sometimes you just don't acknowledge that something is actually going wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's not like कि आपको लड़ाई करते रहना है to be like able to seek help बाहर से. There can be very small issues which you might not even see, but your husband might be feeling, or vice versa, right? So, and I was like, अब मुझसे तो you can't talk. How are you going to talk to the third person, the therapist? But I feel it is very, very important, and it helps a lot. It helps grow your bond with your husband, like, or your partner. Things which you cannot say directly, maybe, indirectly you're communicating it with your partner. So, not tried it yet, but very much open to it.
Because I think sometimes our partners, or even we might feel कि अगर मैं ये topic बोलूँगी, no matter जितना तुम sugar coat करके बोलो, you might feel it might trigger that person, and you don't want to get into that argument, that fight, and you don't want it to, like, go in the wrong direction. You want a solution, but you don't know how much to sugarcoat it because you feel it's going to trigger them. That's when I think the therapist comes into play a lot, because they can guide you. Maybe it's not even something that they need to do. Maybe it's something you need to work on yourself.
And most of the times I feel it's mostly what goes in us that is,
Yes.
coming outwards.
Yeah.
And we have to work on ourselves to make things better.
जैसे मैंने कहीं पढ़ा था, I don't know who said it और कहाँ मैंने देखा था कि no one can make you angry. It's just they can act however they want. It's up to you how you react. Yeah, how you perceive it. So if you want to get triggered by it, then there are any small thing anyone does will trigger you. But if you choose not to react, you will not get angry. So I think it's just that sometimes we need to change something internally within us, and maybe a counselor or a therapist can help us with that. So I think people should be open to that. It's not just for the privileged or the जैसे हम बोलते हैं celebrities के पास हर celebrity का एक therapist होता है. It's not that anymore. Even normal people like us will at some point require, or even if you feel everything's perfect, you should be open to going to a therapist and just talking. You never know what can help you, right? So
Yeah. It's a healing journey, I feel.
yeah, your life is a healing journey, and every few years of your life things change. You change and evolve as a person. Your spouse will change. You might not always know how to deal with that. So it's good to get some help if you feel stuck ever.
Definitely. But I think that was a very good conversation for like a beginning conversation for getting intimate with our partners per se. And I hope you all enjoyed the show, and this topic is no more a taboo, at least for couples, maybe not for the whole family, but for couples.
Yes, and it should be between the couples. I feel you don't have to involve the family because you're not being intimate with the family. So if you feel stuck, if you feel like even if you say something, there might be a trigger to your partner, then seek help. Seek, even if it's your siblings, your friends, someone who can guide you, someone who's more experienced, then seek help. Don't feel ashamed. Don't feel like there's something wrong. Maybe it's just something that you need to talk out and clear, and hopefully that will help rekindle that spark and that romance back in your life. So thank you so much for watching. Please do leave comments and feedback, because that's how we can get new episodes, new topics, something that will interest you and help you. And please do not forget to share this and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you all next time.
And we also have guest speakers coming, so stay tuned for that.
That was a good announcement that we forgot to make, but yeah, guest speakers we'll have next week onwards. So yay, excited for that.
Bye.
Bye.